Right, these guys from Hiyomaito sent me this battery, YTX20. So this is AGM battery, absorbent glass mat. One thing I like to do whenever I get a new battery is first thing I do is throw a meter on it and make sure it's charged where it should be, and put the hardware in. So let's test this thing out and see what we got here as far as charge goes. And then we'll slap the hardware in. So whenever you're doing a brand new battery, you always need to make sure that it is actually fully charged before you put it in service, before you actually put a load on it. Basically, if you don't, say you put it in there and it's only 11 volts, it's never going to really fully charge up to where it needs to be once the load's been put to it. Okay, so we know that's good. We're actually at 12.96 straight out of the box. We don't need to charge it. You know, sometimes you get them and you throw a meter on there and it's 12.2, 12.3, 12.4. And it should be about 12.8, really, 12.7, 12.8 at least. And this one's 12.96. So that's cool. Let's go put this thing in the bike over here and try it out. All right, one thing that I like to do when I'm putting hardware in there, because you're going to have a problem on some of them where you've got where the nut drops down, that when you go to put your cable in there, you'll have the thickness of the cable and it might not grab the nut. So what I like to do is stick the nut in there with the screw, hold it up, and then in this case I'm using half of a piece of heat shrink to sit up under the nut there, just to hold it in place. Well, like I said, on some bikes you see how it holds the screw up there. On some bikes, when you go to put the cables on, you won't have enough room between up under here. In other words, the cable will sit up, the cable will hold the screw up too high. So we're just going to put it in this side here. And in this case, I'm using heat shrink, but on old batteries with lead acid batteries, we'd take the vent tube and cut a piece of vent tube and stick under there, but anything will work really to hold the nut up in place. It's just one of them things that helps out. And let's go put this in here, and then we'll test the battery on the bike too. See what kind of load it drops down to. Okay, what we have found over the years with batteries is sometimes they don't have the stickers on them for the dates, or the dates haven't been punched, or somebody's peeled the stickers off that actually give you the date. So what we do is, I recommend doing, is usually take a engraving tool, or you can sketch it in there with a knife or whatever. On the top of the battery, the date, just the date, and that way somebody can look at it. So let's see if we can scribe this in here. That's just going to give us the date. I just did 6/26 since we're almost June 1st here. It's the last couple of days of May. So we'll know that, in 2 year, 3 year, 4 years time, you can look at it and say, yep, that battery's been in there since basically June of 2026. I actually did it twice here, once here and once up here. So let's go put this in there now. All right, we got our battery in there. So we're going to go ahead and hook our meter up just to check it. We've already checked the battery. The battery had 12.96 in it, but we're in here already, so we're going to check the output while we're here, and see what the voltage goes down when we hit the starter on the battery. or let me hit the starter. Yep, we're still at 12 and on 6. Let's see what kind of load we go down to when we hit the starter button there. We're at 1394, 1399. And you can see it cuts off back down to from 14.8 to 14.7. So we're good there. Battery didn't, I mean, it came right up. I mean, it was 1296 and it dropped down to like 12.7, 12.8, but went right back up again like battery should. So happy with that. And another thing, when you're doing this, you know, as far as battery maintenance goes, there ain't much maintenance anymore. Check your connections on your battery often, just to make sure they're not getting loose. And I like to spray a little battery protector on there, on the terminals. Just remember to turn our meter off. So let's spray a little spray on here. Before we put the cover back on. just to keep corrosion from forming around there. You know, it's not as big a deal as it used to be, but it still happens, I guess, a little bit. Well, no, I guess it does happen a little bit. And if you have an older battery that's absolutely covered with goo, oxide, whatever, battery acid basically, where it gets leaked through the plastic there, a little baking soda and some water and a scrub brush, and just pour it on there and let the baking soda neutralize the acid. You should be good to go.